Y'all come on into the room. I hope everybody is having a good Sunday. We're going to get into Love and Marriage Huntsville in a second, y'all. I have to put on my lipstick, okay? So just give me a minute and come into the room, like the video, subscribe if you have not already. And I'll be with you guys shortly. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. I'm back for another Love and Marriage Huntsville, but we're gonna do this thing live, okay? If you guys want to know about the spectacles, Firmu, the link is down below in the description box. No, I do not know the name. It's always some number code, so it just requires you to be, here with it, here with it, here with it. Oh, there it is, here with it, okay? But yes, these are Firmu. They're new. I'm obsessed. Okay. All right. I hope everybody's doing well. We're here for, like I said, Love and Marriage Huntsville. How did y'all feel about last night's episode? Before we get into it, we're going to give folks a chance to come into the room, but I would like to see how you guys felt about the episode before I get into it. So go ahead and comment and let me know. I'm reading through my notes, waiting on y'all. That's what I was doing. I was reading through the notes so I would have the first couple of scenes committed to my memory. Because I told y'all I had to put on my lipstick and stuff. But them men were on some bull co-signing Martell. The kids hit my heart. I did not miss Tisha at all. Oh, thank you, love. I appreciate y'all. Leave the kids out of it. Child, Tisha and her mom. The children's comments broke my heart. Mrs. Wanda is slower than Tisha. You know, the whole time I was watching, I was like, this is somebody's failed school system's fault. That's what I was thinking the whole time I was watching, like, Wanda and Tisha. Like, the way their logic works, it just really shows that, you know, that people failed them. Somebody failed Wanda J. Blige. Somebody failed Tisha. And you can pretty much guess it was probably a Republican ran state. There's no disrespect, but it just seems to be what it all boils down to. Thank you for the super chat, Black Witch. Yeah, I appreciate you, sis. Hashtag Team Kimmy. Marceau is very messy. He is. Marceau is messy, and I love it. Okay. Are y'all ready to get into my notes? Miss Wanda reminds me of so many older Southern women I know. Yes, I definitely agree with that. Like, that's why I'm saying I know and I understand it. And it do be failed school systems, closed mindsets, and, you know, parents that barely let their kids leave the project or the porch. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a very closed-minded, closed world view of things. Those are the people that don't like to travel just because they never traveled before. Okay. Miss Wanda not knowing sanctioned. Child, bless her heart. Everybody don't know every word. There are some words that I don't know. So I'm not going to try to like make her feel bad about that. But I do feel like they mention it so much on the news. You can obviously tell that she does not watch MSNBC like my mama does all day, which is probably better for her psyche, but not for her intelligence level. Thank you so much, Erica Green, for the super sticker. I appreciate you guys so much. Martell Jr. aired his daddy out. Yes, he did. Kimmy gave me life this episode. So matter of fact, baby, let me tell y'all, I was having a life last night, so I didn't get any screenshots. I'm sorry about that. But Kimmy had on this very like avant-garde extra ass blazer in the confessional, and then she had this long weave, and one was behind her ear with a swirl in the hair, and then the other side was down like this. I was so here for that shit. I was like, bitch, I love everything about that look. I was here for the hair. I was here for the makeup. I was here for the extraness of the top. She gave. Kimmy gave. Okay. Child, Miss Wanda in her leather pants. The hood ignorance showed itself in Miss Wanda's conversations. Yes, kids pay attention more than Martell may think. Child, I've been saying it the whole time. I was very much one of them children that just kind of sat and watched. Learned a lot. I learned a lot from sitting and watching adults be stupid or teenagers be stupid. So I think I learned a lot of lessons from watching other people in life. And I think those kids will probably do the same thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing. Sometimes it's a good thing. It's a catch-22. But I do think that having a parent like Martell is not what's up. To have somebody that's not all there, you know what I'm saying? Or matter of fact for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Or fair. Like, he's not any of the things that I think a father should be as far as the mentality with the kids, because I feel like we're going to get into it, but he's unfair with the way he handles the kids. And I don't think that that's right. You know what I'm saying? Amongst other things. But let's go ahead and get into my notes now that we've kind of seen how everybody is feeling about it. Okay. Yes. I love the commentary. Thank you. Not thicker than a snicker. Y'all, when he said, we're going to get into it. Don't make me talk about it before I'm ready. Hold up. All right. Are we ready? Okay. So Destiny says that her event is going great after Martell walks away from the confrontation with Marcus. And Tisha, in front of everyone, looking damn good in that cat suit, I might add. I mean, girl, that's a good BBL, because that's what they say. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say that she did before she came on the show. I ain't mad at all them kids before you came on TV and people tore your ass up. I ain't mad at her at all. She look good, girl. You look good, Savannah, girl. Okay. But Tisha, okay, look, that's as much credit as I'm going to give her. All right. Because after she stood there looking, look, walked in, looked in. So why did her and Destiny have on the same costume? Questions. Catwoman and Batwoman are the same thing, bitch. Black, onesie, latex, mask. It's the same thing. it looks natural. It is, but they've said that they got her body done before she came on the show. That's what they said, all right? But it did look natural, and that's why I'm saying, like, it looked good, girl. And if it's not, you know, great. You look, you know, even better, like, whatever. But I heard, word on the curb is that, you know, they paid for her to get her body together before she came on the show because she had all them kids. And nobody want to come on no show so y'all can talk bad about their body, okay? But yes, Tisha, in front of everyone, says that she and Kimmy got into it, okay, at the event. You don't want to invite my mom to the events and we're family. I don't understand. Like, oh my God. Kimmy says, you know, we're good, but as long as Miss Wanda isn't around. Like, she asked, is Miss Wanda coming? Because we're not good then if Miss Wanda comes, okay? And Marceau brings up how Kimmy sanctioned Miss Wanda from events. Okay, let's not forget about the events, all right? And Kimmy says that she never said that. At this point, Kimmy is arguing semantics. Marceau is being messy, but he's like saying exactly what it is. But I think he's bringing it up and being antagonistic because he loves the fact that other people feel the way he feels about Miss Wanda. So I think it's like, see, look, Tisha, it's not just me that can't stand your damn mama. Look. Like, that's what I feel like he's doing. He's such a child. Thank you so much, Miss C Cook 76 for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Okay. After Tisha says they're family and Kimmy was being rude, so now she knows not to just bring people with her. And Kimmy is like, well, that's just common sense that you're not supposed to just show up with people, you know, uninvited to events, bitch. Thank you so much, Devin. I appreciate you, love. Okay. Marceau tries to say that they both were wrong because of the way Kimmy addressed Miss Wanda when she came into the event. But I just personally feel like it wasn't rude. It was just matter of fact, and you don't like it. See, people need to understand the difference between an uncomfortable truth and somebody like intentionally being rude. The fact of the matter is I did not invite Wanda. And as you know, I sit here looking, I'm like, oh, well, they must have told you because I know I didn't. And I speak out loud and say that because guess what? Guess whose event this is, bitch? Guess whose event this is? It's Kimmy's. Throwing it for her son, and she didn't want this extra shit that your mama comes with the hard hairstyle, okay? And you invited her anyway, okay? And the thing about it, I mean, I feel like Kimmy wasn't even really being rude. Being rude would have been like, why is she here? I didn't invite her. Why did y'all bring her? That would have been rude. To just bring attention to the fact that I see y'all. And to me, I think she did that because she knows that Tisha is being passive aggressive. Tisha knows that Kimmy does not want Wanda there, and she invites her anyway because she knows it's going to upset Kimmy, but she thinks Kimmy is just going to let it slide. See, Tisha is the type of person that if she's upset with you and she knows it's for a ridiculous reason, even though she knows it's ridiculous, she's still mad. So she's still going to move in a way like somebody that's mad at you. She's not going to say anything. She's going to act like it's all good, but then she's going to be passive aggressive and invite her mom to the events to fuck them up because inside that's what she wants to do, but she can't. That's not the type of person that she is. So she's going to be passive aggressive about the situation. She's the perfect textbook example of the shit. I mean, my God. Kimmy says no, that I'm not about to stand in the middle of that problem, okay? Because the problem isn't me and your mama, all right? Your problem is your mama and Mel and Martell, okay? And she was like, okay, so you're saying that I shouldn't invite Mel and Martell? You weren't going to invite them anyway, bitch. Y'all don't get along. Y'all are not friends. It doesn't even matter. And maybe the reason why Martell was able to be invited was because I did not invite your mama. Hello. Okay, I like how Tisha was like, I am over this shit. I am over this childish ass behavior, these childish ass conversations, and these passive ass, childish ass temper tantrums that Tisha throws when she feels like somebody is not having her back the way she wants them to. Like, all of this stems from that. Like, everything she does when it pertains to like Kimmy and keeping this whole little issue going between them, I think it's her way of constantly trying to get back at Kimmy for not doing what she wanted her to do as it pertains to Melody. Okay, so Tisha, because she can't win this argument because Kimmy was ready and on go and wasn't backing down. Normally, Kimmy will hit you with the okay, Tisha. Okay, Tisha. She'll hit you with that. And that means it's over. We're not going to continue to argue. But when I tell you, nah, bitch, we ain't doing that today. Like, that ain't what we doing right now today. Know this. Your ass is wrong, and I'm not going along with I'm wrong as well because you don't like the response I gave your mom when she showed up uninvited to my muck and event. Okay? Like, because we got to say it like she said. Maybe she'll understand it better. Okay? Kimmy was giving it to her, so she walked away. All right? That's all she really could do. Kimmy says that at this point, she will be whatever she needs to be in order, you know what I'm saying, if Wanda keeps showing up to events uninvited. Okay, so she was basically saying, like, I could be the bad guy. It doesn't matter. Because Marceau was like, you got to realize I don't give a fuck. I'm the messed up person. That I'm that type, y'all. I love this because I'm the type of person that when I feel some type of way about some shit, I'll be like, okay, I'm fucked up. That's fine. That's still how I feel. I'm entitled to my feelings. Okay, listen. I wish that Tisha was strong enough to stand in her shit in that way. Somebody says Tisha's biggest problem is that she was never taught boundaries. So now that someone is giving them to her, she sees it as a negative and can't handle it. That is absolutely true, Chocolate Angel. That is absolutely true. Kimmy is tired of the immaturity. She is. Okay. Latifah has had it where? Up to here. So y'all, Mel was supposed to be at this Halloween party, but decided not to go because she felt the energy was going to be on bullshit. So she decided to go to the studio and sing about how shitty Martell Holt is. Okay? Listen, I know they be stalking me. Listen, I'll take a minute. I need to drink my protein shake. I'll give y'all a minute before I continue on. Shit is so good with almond milk. How many likes are there now? What y'all doing now? Let me see. Let me go to the comments and see what y'all are saying. Are y'all liking the video? Are y'all not appreciating my hard work? Is that what's going on? Because I feel like that's hurtful. Oh, look, no, appreciation. Thank you, Natalie Porter. Gotta go, but hype that I caught a bit of the live. Oh, and Marceau is messy and Tisha is so slow. Be back for the playback. Thank you, love. Have a good one. Oh my God, that's funny. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and proceed. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and proceed, but I would appreciate you guys liking my video. Thank you. Okay, yes. Yeah. Mel was definitely in that bit like, I was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week. Was at the job when no one else was there, helping you get on your feet. 11 years I sacrificed, and you would cheat with a peasant ass bitch. Get her pregnant. This is bullshit. Y'all don't make me do it. I should have left yours a long time ago. Oh, no, I didn't do the intro this time. I forgot. Y'all will be all right. I'll do it when I leave. How about that? I'll do it when I leave. Sometimes people do their intros on the outro too. Not singing with the accent. I had to, because she be real soft with it. I got to do the softness. You're not giving it if you're not giving the softness. That is Melody Holt, okay? Marcus comes in, y'all. And Marcus is upset because she's the one that invited him to this event. Okay, I'm saying it regular. To Destiny's Halloween costume party in the parking lot, okay? And she didn't show up. Thank you so much, Pretty Bubbles. I appreciate you, love, for the super chat. Okay. So he then tells her what happened with Martell. Okay. And listen, I don't care what Marcus is talking about. Excuse me, protein shake. Y'all know. I don't care what he's talking about. You told Martell that shit because you wanted to upset him, because you were upset about how he talked about you and your husband to the kids. You can't convince me otherwise. Like, that's what it is for me. So you go back and make it seem like it was all Martell. Yeah, Martell is an asshole. And the truth of the matter is, I understand he's upset, but he needed to suck it up and think about his children, which he will do. He'll do that eventually, but in the moment, he was too upset with the way Marcus said it to him. And Marcus said it to him to piss him off, okay? Gonna go back to Mel and act like it was all on. But, you know, at the end of the day, nothing was a lie. He still is narcissistic. He still is childish, and he's still not thinking about the way his behavior has affected his children. But she says that she couldn't show up to that event and give them her energy because she knew it was going to be on some bullshit. Thank you so much for the super chat, Leeway. Thank you. Marcus was being extra petty. For sure. For sure. Marceau and Wanda talk about the Kimmy event situation. And she's over there watching the kids while Tisha is out of town. And she says it wasn't her fault and that Kimmy wasn't there and neither was Marceau. So they don't understand that it was Martell that came at her with the bullshit. Okay. And this may be true, but ultimately you still weren't invited. And then you still got involved in an altercation of some sort at the event. So you're the problem and you don't see it and you refuse to see it. And that's annoying. You know what I'm saying? Because we've had this conversation many times. Marceau may be an asshole, but usually every time that he's bothered by something that Wanda has done, it's usually warranted. Like, yeah, you do overstep your boundaries in their marriage. You should not have to stand up for your 30-something-year-old daughter who has children. She should be able to stand up for herself because she puts that man in her mouth, okay? So to me, I feel like if you're out here putting your in my mouth, there needs to be respect or the next time, okay? So I'm just saying, women can demand respect. At the end of the day, I cook the food. All right. I may not want to kill you, but I may your stomach up for the rest of the day. Okay. You thought you was going somewhere tonight. Oops. Now you're on the toilet all night. Okay. Anything can happen. Okay. So just check yourself. But I definitely feel like women can make these, situations right if they want to. You know what I mean? I don't feel like Marceau is no beat a bitch type dude. So I feel like if she really muscled him, he would get in line. He say all that dumb shit, but if she muscled him, he would get in line because he don't want to lose his wife and he don't want to have to break up their household and all of that. So he'll get in line. You just have to make him. Wanda does not need to be there. Miss Wanda, bless her little troubled heart. Tell her daughter nothing but victimhood. Exactly. It's all everybody else's fault. Okay. Marceau does agree that Kimmy didn't have to be rude to Miss Wanda, but now she's sanctioned because of her attitude. And it's an overall thing. It's not just that event or that situation with Martell. It's the overall situation that you are constantly showing up and getting into it with people because you don't know how to mind your business and stay in your place. And what that means is don't go with people about their personal business because that has nothing to do with you. And when they clap back at your ass, you get upset. But the truth of the matter is, Miss Wanda, you invited that energy from Martell when you decided to take yourself out of your own box as somebody's grandmother and get online and talk about them people's children. He shouldn't have gotten in your face, but you also shouldn't have invited that energy. And something that people need to teach old people, because y'all think that y'all do respect unnecessarily sometimes. And I'm saying that because, yes, you are somebody's elder. So he should never have, came up to her with that physicality. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you feel like you can get online and talk about my kids and their hair and how your grandchildren is better than my children and all of that, I have the right to curse you out every time I see you. And I don't give a fuck if you stumped on the Underground Railroad, bitch. You are not going to disrespect my whole life like that and think you're going to be due respect. I don't live in that space. I don't. Okay, so Miss Wanda be inviting that shit at the end of the day. When he tries to use an analogy about her being a little bit of pee in water, like on the color purple, I'll put a little bit of Suge Avery pee in this tea next time. See how he like that. Ugh, that was nasty. Marceau is so disrespectful. It was hilarious. But ultimately, she's like, Marceau, first, like y'all said, her not knowing what the word sanction mean. What's that? Wait, what's that? Huh? What's that word? I'm not about to make fun of her for it, but I did think it was kind of funny. Some words I don't know. Some words I don't know. We were on here the other day and I was reading something to y'all and I was like, oh, I do not see that word often. Okay. I had to sit back and sound that shit out. So, we ain't judging you, Miss Wanda. We all have our moments where we read something or hear something and we like, say that again. Okay, listen, but the conversation was still funny. Okay, child, them leather pants was some tight. She said that she's not gonna let him treat her the way he treats Tisha, talking down on her. So she gets up and walks away, and he calls her thicker than a snicker. And I'm like, the last time I checked, thicker than a snicker was a positive reference. So I didn't know what was going on there, but we're gonna move on. I'm glad he had that conversation with her because Tisha wouldn't have that conversation with her, and she's not gonna listen, but she needed to know. She needed to know that don't show your ass up nowhere because nobody wants you there because of your attitude. On God. Okay, that's it. So y'all, Kimmy goes shopping with Marceau, Martell, and Maurice because the guys are going on this camping trip. And thank God for her because none of them know what to get. Everybody's muscle bound for no damn reason at all. Like, I do feel like it will behoove y'all to know a little bit about what you would need if you're going to go out camping in the elements. Like, people might want to call it glamping all you want to, but you using what's at your disposal is smart. And if there's a store where you can go and buy, I don't know, places to store food, I don't know, shelter, the fuck. Like, y'all out here shopping for outfits and y'all need to be getting tense. Like, I don't know what to say about Maurice, Marceau, and Martell. Okay. But I really would love to see the people that raised y'all. I'm just saying. So Martell apologizes to Kimmy for what happened at the event with Miss Wanda. And of course, he puts it all on Miss Wanda. And then she makes a comment about how, at the end of the day, Miss Wanda shouldn't have been there in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we all get that. And he was like, I'm looking forward to going camping so I can talk to the guys and kind of get some things off my chest. And she's like, that's what you should have been doing this entire time, meaning you should have been venting instead of fucking. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait, no, she meant instead of venting on social media. I'm sorry. That's what she meant. You should have been venting on, to your friends instead of venting on social media, y'all. Not even reading my whole note in my mind instantly went there. I'm sorry. It was right there. I don't know how I could have not. Anyway. And he says, well, Mel did it first. And I just like, oh my God, we're going to do this every episode. Every episode, Mel is going to do something wrong. And when somebody brings it to his attention, he's going to be like, Mel did it first. Are you Ray J? Like, what is this about? Like, please stop. Take responsibility for yourself. If Mel jumps off a bridge, are you going to then jump first? I mean, you're going to jump in and say, oh, she jumped first. You can't say it because you're dead. Do you see how dumb you sound? Stop doing that. You're following ass. Anyway, we know it's a lie, y'all. We know it's a lie. Okay, here's the thing. If Mel put it out there that Ariane was pregnant, I'm trying to understand, why am I supposed to be mad at her? Y'all are on a reality show, and if the bitch is pregnant, then eventually the world will know. So I don't understand why you thought that keeping that to yourself was going to result in nobody finding out about the child. Like, what are you on? Like, are you like, come on, y'all, this type of mindset, y'all, I don't understand it, y'all. Like, why does he think that? He's so stupid. Oh my God. Then he tells her about what Marcus said about, the kids saying that they wanted to stay with them, Marcus and his husband, Troy, because mommy stays there. Things are happier there. They probably get a balanced meal, you dickhead. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay. But either way, he got upset about that. And she just said that it's hard for everybody. It's hard for the kids. It's hard for the family members. It's hard for the friends. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying the things that you do have consequences, okay? Child. Then we see Marcel and Maurice whispering about this business opportunity with the 47 acres that Martell is trying to get Marcel involved in, and whether he should actually get involved in that or not. You know, I don't know why it's a secret, but when Martell comes over, that conversation is shut down. So when Martell got out there to the camping site, him and Sadaric talk. And they talk about, and this is the thing I like about Sadaric. These are the moments that I have an appreciation for Sadaric, because he explained it to Martell in a way that he could understand about the effects of divorce on the kids and how they internalize it, how they may start acting out because they feel like it's their fault. And so it's the same thing, you know, in a way that Marcus was trying to tell him. Marcus came at him all fucked up about it, okay? But Sadaric, knowing how slow Martell is going to explain it to him slowly and help him to understand that he needs to be conscious and mindful of what he says and does, because the kids are listening, the kids are watching, okay? And they are going to grow up with effects, period, because y'all are getting a divorce at these very young but, you know, understandable times in their life. Like, they're young, but most of them, like what 3 of them are old enough to remember all of this. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciated Sadaric for this moment, because Martell then felt like, okay, I need to start thinking about that. I don't know if that's actually going to give us any results, because he still is him, you know, and I don't know if he can act right. It just doesn't seem to be an option that he can actually act right. I don't know what that's about. We're going to get into this next scene, but before I do, let's go ahead and take a break so y'all can like the video, because there are 890 people in here and I don't want y'all to stalk me. Like the video to let YouTube know that you like my content, and that they should share me more often. And also like the video because you like the content. And because you're here all the time. Or just because this is Beyonce's internet and it's popping. Okay. So Mel takes the kids to the pumpkin patch, and it's a little bittersweet because it's the first time she's doing it without Martell, you know, and they aren't doing it all together. She's wearing that wig that I hate, but seeing her run, holding her youngest, running with the other ones, and then also holding the little pumpkin, I was just like, this bitch is in excellent shape. Like, like, I was just like, Mel is not missing a beat. Okay. Like, I am not mad at her. Do you hear me? I'm not. Okay. But anyway, they meet up with her friend Ima. And do y'all remember Ima? She was supposed to be doing that play with Mel, but it all fell through because of the COVID. So Ima is also like a counselor, and she's been helping Mel deal with the divorce. So Mel kind of got her to come in and talk to the kids because the kids are feeling away. Okay. So first of all, Ima starts the conversation off basically making it about her and her family. She's like, oh, my son, I would have liked for my son to be here. And the little girl, the middle child, okay, she's so rambunctious. I love it. She was like, oh, you know, so why is your son not here? And she was like, oh, he's with his daddy because we're divorced. It's like, oh, so your son goes back and forth like us. Like, she's putting all these things together for herself. Like, Ima basically just presented the scenario, and a little girl took it and, you know, was applying it to, oh, then this, then this, then this, then this. That's some smart ass kids, y'all. That's some smart ass kids. I love it. Okay. I'm just saying, like, for her to, everybody highly intelligent, like, yes, highly intelligent. The kids are definitely understanding things in a way that y'all better stop playing with them kids' intelligence. Okay. So Martell Jr. says that, you know, he notices his mom gets sad, and then he uses an example of how, like, the time mommy was just trying to go and get her clothes, but, you know, she couldn't because daddy's acting all crazy. And then when they talk about who they would want to live with between Mel and Martell, everybody says Mel except for the middle one, the rambunctious one. And she says it's because she wants to live with Ice Cream Boy because daddy gives her ice cream for breakfast. I said, really, nigga? You really like manipulating the kids with sweets so that they can be on your side? I mean, it's not beneath you. It's not something, honestly, I'm not that surprised at all. The way you move with y'all friends, you go around and you try to get everybody to feel like Mel is the bad guy. You show up and you start and antagonize arguments with Mel and then try to make it seem like she's the one that's on one. You do that in front of kids all the time. And the fact that your son knows that you're doing it is hilarious to me. Like, your son is going to grow up hating you because all he understands is that daddy shows up on bullshit and now mommy's crying and everybody's sad. He doesn't give a fuck about the ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, the middle child is still so young. And, she's probably a daddy's girl and he knows he can manipulate her because she's younger. But eventually, as she gets older, she's probably not going to be, on his side with things because eventually she'll see these things as well because the oldest daughter didn't say anything. She was very quiet. And Mel said, she's a lot like herself. So she's a little worried about her. But I was just like, oh my God, Martell, you're so stupid. Like, Mel barely spoke a word during this entire scene. And I thought that was telling that nobody led the kids to say anything. The kids are very much aware and understand what the hell is going on. Like, the kids get it. You know what I'm saying? And they feel protective of Mel. So I just kind of feel like Marceau is making a huge mistake here. I'm sorry, Martell. Martell is making a huge mistake here because he doesn't realize that eventually all the kids are going to grow up and ostracize him because they're not going to be able to deal with him doing the crazy man spiel the way he likes to do. And something tells me he's going to always be mad that Mel doesn't want him anymore. Like, it's always going to be something that bothers him. Thank you so much for the super chat. She called her dad Ice Cream Boy. I died. Child, that's probably something he told her. Oh, I'll give you some ice cream. Don't tell mommy. Mommy doesn't give you ice cream, does she? Like, he's that type of nigga. And that shit is really sad and pathetic. So out there on the trip, on the camping site, Maurice has made it there. So it's Maurice, Martell, and Sadaric. They find out that Marceau got into a car accident, so he won't be there. He's okay, but somebody hit him and then he ran into somebody else. The car looked a mess. But he's fine. But of course, he won't be there, like I said. So Tisha and Wanda are out of town. So Richard, I'm guessing that's a family friend, drives him home. And Maurice realizes that we need good Black nurses in the community. Like, okay, so he finally realizes that it wasn't the best thing for him to try and get Kimmy to quit her job at the hospital because now that we're in a pandemic and people may not be buying houses in certain areas as much as they were prior, which I feel like that's one thing we notice has like still been running, which is real estate. People are still buying homes, probably even more so because they want to live in homes that they're more comfortable in now that they have to spend more time there and all that type of shit. But either way, the hospital industry is one that will never, ever, ever run out of need. Especially for Black nurses that can take care of Black patients in a way that they may not otherwise get cared for. So I'm glad that he realizes that now, the COVID changed everything. So they asked Martell about Melody and what's going on with the two of them, because of course the rumors are out there on the Facebook page. Everybody's on the Facebook page. And they ask if there's anything that Martell can do to make the situation better. And he says no. He says there's nothing that can be done. And he knows there's nothing that can be done because he knows something that they don't. Okay. He says the only thing that he did was the infidelity. But he wasn't getting what he wanted at home. And I guess that Mel doesn't give him enough head. So the guys feel like that's understandable. And this is what I'm going to say to that. Why would you marry somebody that doesn't satisfy you sexually? Let me ask you that question. Why would you marry somebody that doesn't sexually satisfy you? I really think that you were fine with the amount of suckage that was going on until you met that other girl and she tried to suck the meat off your meat because, as you referred to her as a peasant, she probably wanted to prove that she could give you something that your wife couldn't in order to keep you. So she's going to suck the meat off that thing. Your wife already has you and has already told you what it is, and you were fine with it. It's only something you want to now use, okay, against her. But it wasn't a problem before, okay? So that's bullshit. Thank you so much for the super chat. Martell is similar to my dad when it comes to bribing and comparing parenting, but fortunately at 16, I can see past the BS. Damn. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate y'all so much. All right. So yeah. Sadark. Really, Sadark? You know, y'all understand that? This is what I don't understand. Outside of marrying women who don't like, because I feel like that's y'all thing. Y'all like to always blame women for y'all decisions, because when women do be about that nasty shit, y'all look down on them and they not good enough to be your wife. And so you marry somebody who doesn't want to do certain things and it's all good and you fine with it. And now you cheating and you want to throw it in her face. It's just foolishness to me. And that's not a good enough reason to cheat with somebody for 5 years. That's not a good enough reason. I'm sorry. Like, that's just aggravating to me. Martell probably has a turtleneck. If you bow to that stops absolutely nothing. My only rule is don't come to me with no dead dick. That's my only thing. Don't come to me with that. Okay. Semi and above only. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, let me get back into my notes. He says he wishes he had made better decisions. So I think sometimes he has no choice but to take responsibility for his part in this situation. But this Adaric brings up the rumors that he has an outside baby. And he says that Mel put those rumors out there. When I found out she was cheating on me, I told her immediately that the other person was pregnant. And I was just like, so let's break that statement down, shall we? First of all, it's not a rumor. So if she did put it out there, it's the fucking truth, which makes it the opposite of a rumor. Rumor is something we can't prove. Rumor is something that we don't know if it's true or not. If the bit pregnant is true, okay? And you yourself said, because Maurice asked you, was it yours? And you said, yes, the timeline adds up. So it's your baby. So it was not a rumor, even if she did put it out there, okay? He keeps saying that shit like people aren't following Arian. Like, people know what's going on with her. So, like, he isn't the only person that sees Arian. So if she's pregnant, she has friends, family members, co-workers, acquaintances, people who know her, who know that she's pregnant. And put that shit in that Facebook group or told Mel or whatever. It doesn't even matter if Mel put it out. The point is the shit was never going to stay a secret. It was never going to stay a secret, Martell. So you sound dumb even saying that shit. Then when you say that it was after you found out that Mel cheated on you. Okay, you said that the cheating happened years ago. This pregnancy is new. So why are you putting those two things together like they go together? Stop saying she cheated on you. We've already said that she was talking to somebody else when she moved out and was living with somebody else. She did not have sex with that person. She did not cheat, but she was entertaining other people after y'all broke up because you were cheating on her. Y'all got back together. You kept cheating. Y'all are now getting a divorce. Stop acting like Mel did something that was so fucked up that would now put you guys on equal footing. It is not true. Stop saying it like it is. Even Sadark was like, oh, like the way he said, oh, when Martell said that shit about Mel cheating, it made me feel like nobody really believes that. And he says it and they allow him to like keep going with the bullshit. But he basically says that, yeah, she is pregnant and I would like for y'all to keep it to yourselves. Nigga, you are filming a reality show. They're cameras. They're cameras. They're cameras. There are other people here. You want them to keep it to themselves. Y'all, I cannot. Thank you, Brittany. I cannot. Yo, we all know men gossip too. Oh yeah, and then they try to act like they don't. I'm like, y'all can tell yourselves whatever the hell y'all want to tell yourselves. But y'all all knew about that side bitch because y'all be out here gossiping. Or was that production? Right. Like, was it one of the friends? Or was it production? Like, get out of here. Child, trying to make sure these, like the light, I came with Martell, my pressure. Seriously, there is a screw loose. Sadark is weird. Sadark is weird, but there's something I like about it. Something I like about him. I don't know. And men, I want y'all to understand something. Not getting something you want sexually is not a good enough reason because your dicks don't always work. You don't have the right to then go and cheat on somebody because they're not giving you head. When women are expected to be loyal and not cheat on y'all, even when y'all can't get it up. And then we can't even say anything about it because it's disrespectful. So give me a break with that. The best tea I've ever gotten came from men. 80-20 rule. Martell left 80 for 20, and he will later regret cheating on Mel. He already regretting it with his dumb ass. He gonna be right. I doubt that him and that girl gonna, get married or anything like that. I think he'll be single and he'll use women, to get out his frustrations, and he'll probably have a miserable life for the rest of his life unless he makes some changes and fixes his mind because something is wrong with him in the way he thinks. I don't believe men when they speak about women. Their perspective is always coming from a skewed viewpoint. I think Martell underestimates the kind of man his sons will become. The mistress had a boy, and the man his daughters will find. Child, I want to know what Martell head game is like since he needs it so bad. We're all interested. Thank you for the super chat. Obviously, the girl gave him more than head. What you think? You think what else? What else did she give him? What else? Because, I think we're all clear on the fact that you can go run to your mistress's house where you have no responsibilities, and that's better than being at home with your wife and 3 kids in business. Yeah, it's easier over there. Less is expected of you over there. She's just so happy that you actually have time for her. She doesn't have time to be upset with you about anything. Yeah, of course. She gave him escapism. But now that she has a baby for him, she will no longer be escapism. Hello? What did she give? Talk to me. What does that mean? I think she gave what his mama gave him. I don't understand what that means. She been a brace-faced peasant mistress for the past 5 years, and the only thing she got was a baby. Damn. Go in, Ricardo. She got was a baby. Then I'm gonna get married. She wasted her youth. I mean, I've seen it once bitches get older and we be trying to tell y'all, but y'all be like, no, I'll be a mistress forever. Martell is a whole mess. Oh my God, so disgusting, man. Oh my God. Child, a mess. Oh, word on the curb is that Martell swings from both sides of the plate. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. Martell will play his sons against each other, especially if the son cleaves to Mel. Oh yeah, the side chicks baby versus the main chicks baby. Yeah, of course. Side chicks don't deal with the reality of a man, but the fantasy. So she's not getting the whole. I think you mean the worst version of the man. Okay, yeah, no, you're right, absolutely. Hold up, what you said? Hold up, I was trying to They be moving on me, y'all. His mama gave him excuses and passes to act a mess because his dad walked out. That's true. That's true. Martell is dumb. He believes that his wife not slopping is knowledge justifies adultery. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And I don't care what anybody says. Because you could tell her, say, bruh, this is such a big deal for me, I'm gonna leave you. And you didn't. Seeing how my mom and dad were as a couple, I'm always scared when it comes to dating, seeing the type of man my dad is, wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah, that shit's crazy. That shit is crazy and scary. And people be, thank you for the super chat. And people be acting like it's not, like women be tripping all the time. Like, no, sometimes women be tripping and other times niggas is out here mad manipulative and on bullshit. And convincing you that they're one way on purpose and then being a whole nother way once things get difficult or once they've lost interest. Like, and that's not how women work. Women, fight through losing, interest, or when we tired or can't stand, like, for the most part. Women will try to hold on to a relationship from another place inside themselves. Men, on the other hand, they get tired and over some shit. Then all of a sudden it's like, I'm out this bitch. Like, I'm over it. Like, this is not a job. What's wrong with you? You can't just walk out on this family. What's wrong with you? Thank you for the super chat. I've dated a Martell before, and it's sad how they think. They really think it's law to treat people and behave the way they do. They do, and that's a sad part. That's why I said I don't know if there's anything that can be done, and he'll eventually be some lonely, angry ass old man that lives in a land of delusion, that will hopefully find some woman that's young and pretty that he can manipulate long enough, who needs somebody to make her feel good. Like, he'll do that. He'll find him some young girl whose mind he can fuck over. Eventually. Martell wants to be the star in his relationship. He is envious that Melody's personality allows that with no effort. I've been saying that since the beginning, Crystal Girl. I've been saying that he was jealous of that woman. Child, not divorce pain is broke pain. Y'all pay some. I'm trying to figure out why Martell feels just because Melody isn't speaking in it, that he was satisfying her in the bedroom. Speaking on it, right? Right. We all know he was failing in a plethora of other areas as a husband, right? Even tonight, like, well, not tonight, but y'all know on the episode when she was talking to Marcus about how she didn't realize how messed up things were until she walked away from the relationship, and then she started to realize, well, this was messed up, and this was messed up, and this was messed up. But they lived in a space where, we're making passes for, excuses and shit for each other. It's okay for it to be the way it is. It's fine. I love you. We're good. And then you decide all of a sudden that my, things I don't do for you is so bad that you get to go and disrespect me to the degree to no, it's not like that anymore. But I feel like they were, both in places where the other person wasn't fulfilling things, and they were fine with it until she found out that he was cheating in order to get through his shit. Okay, because that was going on for 5 years, y'all. The side chick is so proud of herself. Why though? The way you get him. Girl, I don't know why. Thank you for the super chat. I catch that vibe whenever I see her do interviews or hear her point of view or the things that she says about Mel. I just kind of be like, oh, you one of them bitches, huh? That's why I don't, no, I'm not about to give you all that. Like, Melody was a teacher, then his business partner, never a housewife, with time to cater to him constantly, not considering she has needs also. Right. Thank you, J. Ray, for the super chat. No, y'all are very much right about that. Like, at the end of the day, it's always been us working towards something. You ain't never had a housewife or somebody that's out here waiting to cater on you. And when you find the time to go run to her, she got all the time in the world because she ain't got nobody else. If she had a man, they wouldn't even probably have been able to do all of that. But then if she had a man, she probably would have more confidence. Thank you so much for the super chat, Quentin. Martell wants to be the Beyonce of the marriage, but in reality, the girl Beyonce told that she could leave and they would have her back since Farrah, is that the girl name? Child, that's too funny. I'm gonna tell y'all though, y'all can say what y'all. We're not gonna fight about this. But I'm a bigger Jay-Z fan. I'll say it like that. But then it's only because so Beyonce is a great artist. She really is, but she doesn't put her soul into the words in her music, the way she puts it into her performances. Jay-Z puts his soul into the words in his music. Solange puts her soul into the words of her music. Beyonce puts her soul into the performance of the words. Do you see me? Do you feel me? So when they in concert, and I have often seen them in concert together, as much as I love Beyonce's portion of the concert, I always be like feeling the Jay-Z part more. Okay. So you know, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gotta do my boy like that. That's all. I don't do my boy like that. Oh, y'all really think that, huh? Jay-Z is not riding on Beyonce's coattails. Oh, honey. He's probably had more #1 albums than her. But that's cute that you think that. Like, if y'all like her more because she's Beyonce, then that's reasonable and understandable. But at the end of the day, like, y'all are not about to act like, as artists, Jay-Z is like some like Bobby Brown. Y'all not about the Bobby Brown Jay-Z. That's what y'all trying to do. And ain't nobody about the she is not his golden goose, because he had a golden goose before they got together. Do y'all not know that the only reason they like really popped both of them the way they did was because of their collaborations together? Like, y'all must be young and not remember when Beyonce was just Beyonce from Destiny's Child. Y'all don't remember that. No, I feel strong about them both, Ebony Adams. You don't have to like agree with me, but you're wrong. Like, he has more #1 albums than her. Like, you're not gonna act like somebody that's already big in their own right, is considered the best rapper alive, is riding his wife's coattails when they're both equally amazing. Like, that's just disrespectful when y'all say that shit and you act like you're right, but you're wrong. Like, Jay-Z was a very much established and already, like, he was top tier just like she was top tier. You're wrong. Like, I'll argue you down about that. The fact that the men on this show have the same mentality, it makes me not want to watch this show. Like, y'all aren't that cute. They're not. And another thing, though, that's why I keep saying I want to know who raised them, because it's Maurice and Marceau. We seen who raised Martell, but I want to know who raised Maurice and Marceau, because somebody's responsible for that shit as well. Okay, listen. But yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get into it with y'all about this Jay-Z Beyonce situation, but I just really don't like when people disrespect that man's, like, you know, his rap shit. I don't have patience or time for that. They got like 11 #1 albums and shit, and y'all about to act like this man, you know, is Ja Rule or somebody. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. Not on my channel, we're not. Okay. Let the record show. Hold on, let me do it. Let the record show, okay, that we know Martell wouldn't have stayed with Melody if she actually cheated. His ego couldn't take it. That is the truth. That is absolutely the truth. And that's why we know he lying. Child, that's why we know he lying. Nah, Ebony, don't sit up there and say we could love them both. That wasn't what you were saying. That's not, I said that. That's not what you said. You didn't say we could love them both. That's not what you said. I said that. Don't try to flip it, bitch. They have never heard Reasonable Without. They have no knowledge of Hard Knock Life, Shook the World. Like, they don't. Thank you for the super chat, love. But you hit you hit it. Thank you. But see, I also feel like a lot of people don't really sit down and listen to him. Like, if they did, they would know. Okay, like, I'm sorry, but you will get called out in these comments, child. If we was in a regular video, I wouldn't give you my time. But in these lives, bitch, no, you're not. I love y'all, though. I love you, though, okay? It's just banter. It's all love. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got to say about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I enjoyed this live so much. I love these. I'm going to come back and do Real Housewives of Atlanta live as well. My plan is to do that tonight after the episode. We'll see how I'm feeling, because Lyric trying to drink. But my hope and my prayer is to be back tonight right after Real Housewives of Atlanta. I hope to see you guys all there. I love y'all so much. And, you know, we're going to play this intro, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Not come on in. Not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram